When the COVID-19 pandemic was raging in 2020 and much of the world was in lockdown and shopping online, Chrisanti Indiana did the unexpected.
We grew from, I think, 2 stores before the pandemic in 2019, and now we have 47 stores. A lot of people actually told us that it's kind of like a very bold move, right? To actually open offline presence while everybody is like closing their offline stores. But it's always well calculated. Like, we know that this is the time for us to actually prepare our platform to make sure that after the pandemic, it can serve more and more consumer.
Looking far ahead turned out to be the right move for this 31-year-old entrepreneur. Chrisanti's online and offline approach transformed her e-commerce startup into a multi-million beauty conglomerate.
Chrisanti is the co-founder and CMO of Social Bella, a multi-million-dollar Indonesian beauty products retailer. She launched the business with her brother and friend back in 2015. It started off as an e-commerce platform called Sociola.
But the trio had bigger dreams. Social Bella has since expanded to brick-and-mortar shops while operating as a distributor for beauty and personal care manufacturers worldwide.
We become an exclusive partner for a lot of global brands in Indonesia. So we help them not only like distribute their products to Indonesia, but we also help them in terms of like understanding the market and become their end-to-end partner that can help them build the business in Indonesia. So a lot of brands from Korea and Japan, all of them can be found in Sociola, but some of them you can also find it in other retailers as well.
In 2018, they launched Soko, Indonesia's largest consumer review online platform for beauty products.
The beauty journey for our customer is not just about shopping, but we realize that there's a lot of like touch point that really important. For example, finding the right products for you is not just about going to the store and then pick it up, right? You will make sure that you read the reviews before you purchase. Maybe you talk to your friends. Maybe you Google it first. That's why we have Soko, right? To make sure that they can access like these tons of product review before they purchase the products.
The startup now boasts more than 30 million users across all its business units, offering an inventory of 12,000 products from 400 brands.
The idea for Social Bella came about in 2015 when Chrisanti returned home to Jakarta after studying in Australia.
The brands that I knew and I have been using was not available in Indonesia, especially online. It's hard to get it in offline retail as well. You need to find specific sellers in social media or from friends. They can purchase the product for you either overseas or they say that they have a source and some kind of like black market kind of thing.
The proliferation of beauty products in the country has led to a thriving black market. Locally made counterfeits in Indonesia are rife due to cheap labor costs and materials. In 2018, local authorities seized illegal cosmetic products worth $9 million, more than twice the amount from the previous year.
I still remember vividly in my mind that there's a lot of like sellers online, especially in social media, that sells product. The seller are claiming that the product is like actually maybe like 99% authentic. What does it mean, like 99% authentic?
Armed with a starting capital of $13,000, Chrisanti was determined to build a space where consumers can access curated products that are safe and authentic. How does Social Bella tackle the problem of counterfeit products?
Since we started, we ensure that we only work with authorized distributor or only the brand owners. We also work closely with the BPOM, which is the Indonesian National Drugs and also Food Control Body, to make sure that we follow all of the rules and regulations. It was not always easy breezy. At the time, the awareness about authentic beauty products is not as high as today. It's a challenge for us as a business owner, right? When you have a business and then you want it to be successful, but at the same time you also want to making sure that you're doing the right thing. So it was a challenge, like to really educate the consumer. Like cheap doesn't always mean better.
The global beauty industry, comprising cosmetics, skincare, hair care, fragrances, and personal care, generates $500 billion in sales per year.
With rising inflation and cost of living, consumers are now cutting back on expenses like food and traveling. But the beauty category, which is often seen as an affordable luxury, has remained resilient.
For example, a report published by Allied Market Research predicts that Indonesia's skincare market is expected to register a compound annual growth rate of 7.8% from 2021 to 2030 and be worth $18 billion by then. That is driven by a rising affluent population and the growth of local brands in recent years, offering consumers more diverse and affordable options.
When we started, the amount of local brands was quite little. I think it was less than 10 maybe. Throughout our journey, we can see that the local brands is growing really rapidly. We also see that the quality has been improving. It's very competitive with a lot of international and global brands.
The startup says it now carries more than 200 local beauty brands, an increase of 20 times within 4 years.
Over the last 2 years, Social Bella went through aggressive store expansion, growing from just 3 stores in 2020 to 47 stores in Indonesia and 16 stores across Vietnam.
The plan of expansion is not because of COVID, actually. It has been in the plan. It's just because of COVID we realized that it's time for us to really prepare, and we know the pandemic will end sometime. When we built the offline stores, it's actually to create an omni-channel experience. So now if you go to our stores or if you go to our e-commerce, everything feels like seamless because we believe that we are serving the same customer. They can also pick to do online or offline purchases, whether like they want to do click and collect. She also can deliver the purchases to her home. It's more like making sure that she can shop the way she likes.
Social Bella's savvy approach has caught the eye of investors. Since 2018, the Jakarta-based company has raised around $225 million. Its investors include Indonesia-based East Ventures, Singapore state investment firm Temasek, and US-headquartered private equity firm L. Catterton. While its latest funding round of $60 million in October 2022 fell short of expectations, the company is in no hurry to become Indonesia's next unicorn.
Well, being a unicorn was never our objective, right? Like we want to make sure that we are scaling up, we're reaching more and more consumer. If that's the case, then it's a bonus, but never been one of our goals.
Is the business profitable?
We are very happy with the current standing in that area. I think we can say that we are on track with our plan. We always believe in building a sustainable business, not only just scale and that's it.
For now, Social Bella is focusing on dominating the she economy in Indonesia, which refers to a new economy driven by an increase in consumer spending by females. In 2020, the company launched another business unit called Laila, an e-commerce platform targeting moms and babies.
We also want to serve the entire she market, to serve more and more women, not only in beauty personal care, but also in other industries.
Other than growing Social Bella, Chrisanti is also determined to take on the mandate of reducing its carbon footprint. According to the World Bank, Indonesia generates approximately 7.8 million tons of plastic waste annually.
So we are the first e-commerce in Indonesia that commit to zero bubble wrap. And we also provide recycling station across all social store. I feel proud because I know it's a long journey and it's not always easy, but I'm really proud that we choose to do the right things since day one.